You're really an example of sacrificing your body.
My stomach is literally always in pain.
Bro, I'm watching your videos and I'm like, does this guy not get like food poisoning?
I did the world's hottest curry, the world's hottest chicken strip. My day is ruined.
1.2 million followers, which is crazy. The things I'm watching you eat, I never even heard of before.
Even hitting 1 million on TikTok, it's like my next thing is like, I want to get an Oscar. For film, like school is kind of a scam. You know it's bad when the teacher's telling you to drop out.
Did you ever feel like quitting what you were doing?
Comfortability is like the killer of men. If you're comfortable, you're probably not growing. When you see like how fragile life is, you were fucking stressing about TikTok following is insane.
Welcome back, guys. We got Bilal in the cut.
How's it going?
What's up, brother?
Chilling, man. Good.
We were doing a whole pod before the pod.
I know we catching up. It's been a while.
I know.
I don't know the last time I've seen you. Like
I think
in the flesh.
I think it was at the Snapchat event, which was like 3-4 years ago.
Yeah. Snapchat's going crazy too. I don't know how you guys' Snapchat is.
Yo,
but
we were at a big level at one point. Then they just recently. Did you lose your show or no?
No. So they did that.
We lost our show.
I heard whispers. No, don't tell me.
So we had two shows that we didn't lose them. They just became like a personal page.
A page, really?
Right?
Damn.
So that changed a lot.
When did that happen?
I think it was like August, September.
Oh man, you're making me scared.
But they kept a lot of shows.
Yeah.
You know, maybe they just didn't like ours.
Your guys' was always still very personal too, right?
True.
So I guess it doesn't it could work.
For sure.
But I think the show discoverability is different when you have a show as opposed to the personal page.
And there's less shows now.
Yeah.
And it already started with like a minimal amount of shows. There wasn't that many.
Yeah, I know. It was very scarce.
That's the reality we're in, bro. Like the game that we play is like we're dependent on these platforms.
No matter what.
Right?
It doesn't even matter. And the thing is, like, one thing I'm scared of, knock on wood, is just like banning. Like I got a strike on TikTok. I was so scared. And then it's from there that I realized that I was like, man, I need to really like diversify my content.
What'd you get the ban on?
You know what's crazy? It was an old video. It was something I did in 2020. And I'm trying to remember. Oh, I remember what it was. So I have not personally, but I have a wiki feed. Okay. But it's not like I didn't start it. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like it's just like, okay. Enough strangers have seen my feet, and then there's the wiki feed. Okay. You understand? Like I didn't do nothing.
Wait, hold on. Can you explain what wiki feed is?
Yeah. So wiki feed is like, a rating system of people's feet. Wow. Because there's a lot of, justified, like some people like feet and that's okay. Yep. Everybody likes something, I know he's
well, he's smiling back there.
Yeah, I know he's like that, no, so people rate feet. So I was doing streaming at the time for Twitch. Okay. And I was reviewing my wiki feed because I saw it for the first time, and I was really pissed because I had like a 3 out of 5, which I felt was not justified because I feel like I'm like high 4, right? And all I did was review it. Okay. And then I posted the clip on TikTok. Nothing happened. 5 years later, they put a ban on it that it was like promoting like, sexual acts and stuff.
5 years later.
5 years later.
Damn.
I know.
They came 5 years later.
So I'm not even worried about my content now getting a strike. I'm worried about my past stuff getting strikes because I didn't care back then. You know what I mean?
Did you like go delete shit now?
I did a little bit, but I've kind of heard like you can get like if they see you shadow banned for deleting a lot of content. So I was like, man, you know what? Let me not get like, I get very impulsive and I do things just like in the moment. And so I was like, you know what? If that's what happens, that's what happens. That's why I'm trying to get to YouTube though.
True.
Yeah. Or just anywhere.
But I think that's why it's important to have like a bunch of platforms that you're working on at once, which you do that. Right?
Now. Well, that was, like I said, that was a wake up call. So like now I'm on Snapchat. Pretty heavy. Yeah. Facebook is really good.
It's underrated, apparently.
Super underrated. I got my Facebook to 400,000 in a year.
And how's it paying on that platform?
It's my top earner.
What?
If we're not including brand deals, it's my top earner.
More than Snap?
More than Snap, yeah. More than my personal Snap because I have shows, but...
Okay.
But it's more than the personal Snap by like a lot.
Okay, we're going to get into all that. What I want to talk about though is So you were born here?
Yeah, Hamilton, Burlington, and then Hamilton.
What were you like as a kid? Because I think you're hilarious.
I don't think I've changed too much. If anything, I think I've calmed down. Okay. Like I feel like I'm very like more tamed now, but back then, like I feel like I just didn't give a fuck.
Okay.
And I just very much was like just an attention hoe. Just like really, yeah, just I don't know why.
You're talking about like how old were you when you're in attention hole?
I came out the womb, bro, just like really
like taking selfies out the womb?
I don't know. I think that like I got really into film when I was like 9. So it's been a long time, long journey making videos. I was making videos since I was like 9.
So seriously. You enjoyed being in front of camera at that age right away?
Yeah. I liked every process of it, like from writing to filming to editing. Like I've been doing this for a long time. They were shit videos, but I mean, it took me a long time of shit before they actually got decent. I don't know. They could be shit right now, but I don't know.
Was there like a reason you enjoyed it or got into it?
You know, when it's like one of those things where I've done it for so long, I feel like I've almost forgotten what got me started in it. So I actually don't know what the start was. It's almost like it's just been too long to understand what it was.
Do you have siblings?
I have a sister.
Younger, older?
She's 2 years older than me, yeah.
Was she doing anything around that, or was she completely different?
So we had our neighbor friends, and then my sister and me, we had a 3-way channel. So it was like a joint channel. And her name's Layla, my sister. And she would help, but she definitely was not as interested as me. So like I kind of just kept dragging her to like be in the videos. And she's definitely always, my whole family's like super supportive of like all my videos and stuff. But yeah, she definitely did not give a fuck about it the way I gave a fuck about it.
Were you trying to really pursue that at an early age, or were your parents like go to school? Like what was that dynamic like?
Big shout out to our family at Mintink, Canada's top spot for sports cards, trading cards, collectibles, and live hobby experiences. If you're just getting started or you're already deep in the game, they've got it all. Retail packs, high-end boxes, grading, supplies, and they even do daily live shows. Me and Anth actually have started building our own collection. We're stacking Ronaldo cards, grabbing some Funkos, and ripping whatever we got the itch for. You can shop online or roll to their store in Vaughan to rip, trade, and hit up their bi-weekly trade nights. Hit the link in our description below. Use the code MBH5 at checkout for a little bonus from the boys. Big love for Mintink for backing the pod and keeping the hobby scene alive in Toronto.
My parents are so sick, man. Like they've never like discouraged it at all. I think the most that my mom discouraged was finishing university, which I didn't do. So I went to school at York for film.
Okay.
And at that time, like I felt like I was in cinema and media studies, which isn't even the film production, which is like a big deal.
Okay.
Because we didn't actually, shoot anything on camera. It was all just theory. So like we spent most of the classes just sitting there and just, talking about film instead of actually making it, which was the problem for me because the whole time we're sitting there for 4-hour lectures, watching movies, talking about movies, but we're not actually talking about how to make them or anything like that. So I started getting like really pissed. And at the time, York had like a strike every other month.
I think I remember that.
And so I was just like, man, I feel like in a way for film, like school is kind of a scam.
Okay.
Because a lot of these people end up either just doing nothing with it or maybe they're just like an assistant. And I was like, I don't feel like this is the place for me to like actually practice film. So I dropped out. She wasn't the happiest about that one, but
how quickly did you drop out? Like first year, second year?
Second year.
Second year, you said I'm done here.
Second year was the big strike where we were off for like 3 months, and I talked to my production management teacher, and I even remember telling her, I'm like, what do you think I should do? And she was like, man, you could use this money and just go make a film instead of spending it here, and you'll learn more making that film than you will in 4 years here, which is insane.
It's facts.
And I was like, damn, it's bad when the teacher's telling you to drop out. So I was like, yeah. My mom didn't really like understand until like I started making money in social media. I think that was the final.
That's usually when they start to understand.
Yeah.
When they're like, oh, okay, you're making money now. And were you making videos still while you were in university?
Yeah.
What were you doing at that point?
I was just doing dumb skits like on YouTube at the time. I think another reason why I dropped out is at that time, like there was a big, like, you know, Six Buzz was a thing, and like everybody was making skits, like collabing, like me and Marlon, me and Joseph, me and Effie, me and like, I mean, there's so many people, 6 at 6, like there's so many people at the time, and we were all doing collabs. And then I feel like I had my first viral video, which was a parody of This Is America. Okay. Except it was This Is Canada. And then that one got like 10 million views, and I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna drop out. And
okay, so that was like the kicker for you, where you're like, okay, there's proof of concept.
Yeah, and also I think I was already like over it at that time. Yeah. So, yeah, man, I think I have no regrets at all. But there's a lot of different reasons why I was like, okay, I can do more with my social media than I can at school. So then I was just like, fuck it. And on top of it, the school didn't give a fuck, right? Like, they were putting us on strike. And then they were trying to rush our classes after. And it's like, okay, so you're paying for 20 lessons, right? But then they're trying to condense it into 5. And it's like, but you're paying the same money. There's no discount. You know what I mean? Yeah. So then I was just like, they don't care. Like, you're just a number.
What was it like hitting that 10 million views at that age?
It was surreal because, like, even in high school, I was making skits just on Instagram. And, like, to go from like I think 5,000 to like 20,000 followers in like the matter of like a week was like insane for me. Yeah. And so I think like I don't know, I got very you know, what's it called? Like I was very sus in the sense of like paranoid, because I felt like at that time people actually were recognizing me and I didn't like it. Like people would take videos like when I'm at shisha or when I'm at like food. Really? And then they would like send me a message and be like, I see you, but then never say anything. And I was like, nah,
that's crazy. That's kind of crazy. That's
kind of crazy. That's it. I was like,
so wait, you didn't like like you were growing, but at the same time you're like,
it was just weird. It took me a second to like get used to it, you know what I mean? Like now I feel like it is what it is. Like I really enjoy it. Yeah. And I really enjoy talking to people about it. But at the time it took me a minute to get used to it.
What did you like about it at that time? Like, you know, people fall in love with the numbers. They see the numbers growing, like you said, they're like, oh, I really like that feeling. Yeah. There's the feeling of, oh shit, like maybe I can make money off this. What was kind of driving you at that age? Obviously you were younger and you're like, okay, well, I got to figure out what I'm going to do with my life. This is something I like doing. But was there something that you're like, yeah, this is something I could get used to?
I think the goal, and still to this day is like, my main goal is to make a movie, to make a TV show, to do something like a big project. Sick. And so I always felt like that was always the stepping stone to that bigger thing that I wanted to do. Okay. And so I was kind of hoping that like these videos would get put in the right like eyes to like, you know, help me get to that stage of making a TV show or a movie. Of course. And so I think that was my biggest driver. I didn't really think that there was going to be big money in it on Instagram at the time. Like, I don't even know what my first brand deal was. And it was probably like $200 to like promote like an app or something, right? True. So it wasn't, you know, sustaining like actual life. It was just like a side thing. But I always kind of saw the investment of like, okay, if I can have attention, if I can have an audience, then I'm sure like somebody else would give that bigger platform to me. Yeah, I still think that to this day, but
for sure. And you're just looking at it like the more people that see me, the more doors that could potentially open. Yeah. And at the start, were you kind of trying to find yourself and say, okay, am I a comedian? Am I an actor in a way? What am I? Like, was there a direction in that sense? Because I look at you now and I'm like, okay, well, you're hilarious. Yeah. Right. I consider you a comedian in a way. Yeah. Which is
crazy.
But I also think you could act. Like, I think you could play a different character if you wanted to. So what was that direction like in the earlier stages for you?
man, I still to this day don't know what I am or who I am, you know? Like, I actually do not consider myself a comedian.
Okay.
Funny enough, but because I feel like comedians are like people who do stand-up, and I've done stand-up before, and I don't think I suck at it, but it's not like a passion of mine. Like,
you have to love doing that.
Yeah, it's kind of like streaming. It's like you got to really be cool with being shit for so long before you're actually good, and I did not have that love for comedy as far as stand-up specifically. I think my love actually comes from like storytelling. Okay. Like I really like writing. I really like screenwriting. I really like acting. I like directing. And I like kind of like having something from nothing and turning it into like a big project. So I didn't really see it in a stand-up sense. And I felt like making the short videos myself, like beginning to end, was like my real passion. And I was cool at that because clearly I liked it because I was shit for so long and I got no views for so long, and I still liked making it at the end of the day. So that was clearly like my passion.
And when you hit going back to the 10 million, did you feel, because everyone has that kind of, I guess, fear at the same time, whether like, am I ever going to make a video that good again? Or how am I going to duplicate that now right after? Like the next week I need to do that again. Yeah. Did you feel that pressure at all? And second to that, how did you kind of use that as momentum to keep building?
I mean, with the Instagram at the time was different though, right? Like, I think that I had like such a good community of like other creators around me that I didn't really feel the same pressure because like it just kind of felt like we had a movement at the time in Toronto. Like even Nima as well. Like Nima was there like making skits the same. And it just felt like we all were part of it. Like we were all kind of moving forward. So I don't know if I felt the pressure. I feel the pressure of making views now more than I did before. True. I also think I was younger and I knew that like I had time. And now like 8 years later, I'm like, now I feel the pressure to do it.
True. Yeah. And you mentioned a lot of the names that you were collaborating with, also Nima. It's kind of rare to see today, like creators coming together.
I know.
And collaborating in that way. Like,
I know.
I don't know. Like, don't you think that? I don't see it like that anymore. I remember the earlier days of socials. There was, there was Instagram, there was Vine, and you would see all these creators coming to. It sounded like you had a crew of like 6, 7 guys that were rolling together, and there was never like ego attached to it. You guys were never looking at it like, well, I have 20,000 more followers than you. Why are you in my video?
I know.
People think like that now. Like honestly,
I don't even know if that's. I think just the platform has changed though. Okay. I think that. I actually find that I get less views on collabs, even though I would love to do more collabs. And I don't know why that is. I think that maybe TikTok is more for like personable, like people want to see you do shit, right? Yep. They don't want to see as much of a production. They want to see more authentic content.
I agree.
And so with those skits that we were making at the time, like, I don't know, it had a place for that time, but now you don't really see skits like that, do you?
No.
Not anymore, right?
No. There's a few guys that still do it.
But the skits are different now. The skits are more like, in a sense, the skits themselves are also organic. Like they're, back in the day, like we shot it like a short film, like a movie. And now the skits now are just one shot. Maybe the person's mic'd up and it's like.
It's way more raw.
It's way more raw, yeah. And in that sense, I feel like that's the authenticity of it feeling like a Snapchat. Like Drewski's skits are like Snapchat style.
It's true. They're
not like real scripted in a way, even though I'm sure he scripts them, but
of course.
Yeah.
So how much do you attest your growth to being with that kind of crew and working together at that point?
I think that like I learned a lot just as far as connections. Like the person who first brought me in was Marlon, that dude McFly.
Of course, we've had him on.
He was like the OG, and like I think just he was able to put me in the circle of everybody doing it. And I think Marlon at the time, I want to speak for him, but I think he loves me. But
he's a good guy.
I think he could see that like I was very dedicated to like, at that time I shot him a message. I'm like, okay, whatever you need help with, like I just want to help film, I want to help write, I want to help be in the videos, like whatever it is.
Sick.
And when you're able to find that person that you can tell is just there to like learn and like, you know, kind of use him as a mentor, I think that just as far as connections, that did a lot for me. But in the sense of like, you can't really predict the future as far as like where you're going to be in 5 years, right?
Yeah.
I definitely did not think I was going to be making food videos. That's for sure.
It's crazy. We're going to get to that, right?
Crazy. Yeah.
So you kind of, how long are you, because that's skit content you're doing at that time. When does the first brand deal come? How long into it?
So like I really started making skits in 2018, I want to say, maybe 2017. I don't know. I was just out of university, and I actually was making the skits to promote my YouTube channel, because at the time I was making full-on YouTube videos to nobody. And
which were skits? Those were also skits, just long form?
Yeah. So like we did different things, like things that happen in dorm rooms. Like it was very like university type of content. And I was like, okay, I'm not getting views here, but I have like 5,000 followers on Instagram. So maybe if I make like shorter skits there, people will see like what I can make and then go to the YouTube. And so I use that as like the promotion kind of tool to get people to my YouTube. And then Instagram started getting way more views than YouTube. And I was like, fuck it. Okay, let me double down here. And then I doubled down for like 6 years, which is crazy. On Instagram. And I stopped doing YouTube. Yeah. And then TikTok came, and I was like, fuck, I got to get on TikTok now.
So you stopped YouTube completely for that long?
I just didn't see the results that I was looking for. I do wish I stuck to it a lot more, but once again, I can't take it back.
For sure. Looking back, of course, you're going to say that, right?
I mean, I also wish I was on TikTok when TikTok first came out.
And then I guess as a young adult, like what, you have other jobs?
Yeah. I worked at H&M. I worked at a steakhouse. I worked social media. I worked very like odd jobs. Like I really tried to keep it in film. So like I did social media for a tattoo shop.
Sick.
I did editing for another YouTuber.
Okay.
I did just a lot of like freelance work. Like I would try making like videos for companies at the time. So, because I mean, I still was good with like, I still knew how to edit. Like I do feel like something that I feel like I can brag about is like, I do feel like I'm a very strong video editor. So like I just did a lot of editing, a lot of behind the scenes stuff.
True.
And I mean, that was better than just working at H&M. No disrespect to H&M, but at least it was like in my field, right?
Yeah. But in the back of your head, you're just thinking like, okay, once I make this much money a month, I'm going all in. Is that what you're already thinking at that time? Because every creator goes through that, right? I think a lot of creators, they're like, okay, I'm working here, supporting my dream.
Yeah.
That what I really want to do. You so happen to be able to be blessed actually to still learn skills that you can apply. But I think every creators, they think that at the beginning, they're like, okay, well, I want to get to this point so I can finally go all in.
I think that's bullshit.
Yeah.
I think that like, I would never tell someone to quit their job, but I do feel like in a way that job can enable you to not take the risk to actually like go full in it. So like there was a lot of times actually that I just quit my job to go do it.
Okay.
And I would just find a way to make the money. So say, for example, I would just like go to businesses and say, let me make you a video. Or I would hit up people on Instagram and I'd say, let me make you a video. I was doing music videos as well. And so like I would do that for like little spurts of like trying to make that money. And then if it got really hard, then I'd be like, okay, I'd go get a job.
Yeah.
And I feel like at that time, like I think the job market's really like fucked right now from what I'm hearing, that it's really hard to get a job. But back then it's like, it's not going to be hard to get another H&M. So I was like, worst case scenario, I have to go get another job and just put the shit on my credit card and just figure it out. Right. But every time I was working those jobs, I did feel like I was just procrastinating in a sense. Yeah, I was procrastinating the real stuff that I wanted to do, and it hurts. It hurts to not feel like you're, living your purpose,
And so it must have been even demoralizing at times, I would assume, to just be like, okay, like I'm going to go through this spurt right now, find ways to make money, which is like, someone will hear that and be like, what do you mean find ways to make money?
True,
but you were doing it.
Yeah.
And then get to a point where you're like, damn, I actually have to go back
to
a
it. Yeah.
job. Like how was that how was that for you? Because that must have been like, a tough pill to swallow at times too.
I don't know. I don't feel like, I'd like to think, I don't know if I have an ego like that.
Okay.
To like feel like working a job is not like a bad thing.
No, of course.
Like working the 9 to 5 wasn't horrible. And I don't feel like I ever worked a job that took that much time from me. Like there was always more time to do my stuff. Okay. I think actually when I was doing the video editing for the other YouTuber was the most I felt like I wasn't doing what I was supposed to do, right? Because when I worked at the steakhouse, I worked maybe 4 shifts. Okay. So there was time to make content. When I was working at H&M, like there was time to make content. When I worked at the tattoo shop doing their videos, there was time to make content for myself. This guy who I was doing video editing for, like he took up all my time. So that's when I actually started feeling most like, okay, I don't have time to make my own content. I'm spending, and the money was good. Like he definitely paid well, and it was definitely a good learning experience. He taught me a lot. But to do like all my stuff dedicated to him was hard. That's when I think my ego was like, okay, I need to worry about myself now. And it was hard to give up that money. It was hard to give up the good stuff.
That's what I was going to ask you, right? Yeah. Like if you're making good money, but I think that was a lesson for you to learn, like maybe at that point in your life, it wasn't really about the money.
No,
if you were making good money.
No, it's never about the money. I feel like for me, I like money though. I do like money though, but it's not, I don't know. I feel like for me, money is more of like a result of hard work. Like I really like I love winning. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what, like my dad used to play in the NFL, and like, so he really, and my mom too, not in the NFL, but my mom and my dad both instilled like real like winner mentality. Like I have to win.
Okay.
And my dad always said like you can't be even second and shit. So I feel like that really got into me as far as like, okay, I need to win. And I feel like for me, money isn't necessarily like I need it, but it's just a direct correlation to like my hard work paying off. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why I feel like I really wanted to make money doing my own stuff, not doing other people's stuff.
Yeah.
And these jobs don't give a fuck about you a lot of the time.
Of course, well, they could just replace you.
You want to feel like you're somewhat valuable to, society. I don't know if I am.
No, but that's an interesting feeling though, to have like to feel valuable to society or even to yourself. Like you go to bed at night feeling like, I'm a winner, or I make my own money, or was that ever pressure for you, knowing that your parents were both had that mentality where you're like, I have to win too, knowing that they're both, let's say, winners in your eyes?
100%. It's getting to me more now.
Okay.
Like I didn't realize it at the time, but I do understand now that it's a big thing for me, because I feel like I'm not able to relax at all, like in my life. Like I feel like you could ask anybody who's in my direct circle that like it's very much just always about work. Yeah. I'm very much like I'm a Capricorn, you know what I'm saying? So like my girlfriend's told me a lot, but Capricorns, man, we really like working. Yeah. And so I feel like that was kind of my whole identity, and something that like I'm trying to work on this year is to actually have like more personality than just talking about videos all day.
More balance as well.
Yeah, and I think it helps for the content as well. So it's always about the content.
It still goes back to the content. Yeah. But even you telling me like, you're at H&M. Yeah. You're probably going home at night now thinking about your videos. Now you're working on your videos. So you're just going all day, right? You're making money in one sense, then you're using that money to fuel your dream. What was it like, just, I guess, even as a young man doing that? Because I know for me too, when I was doing that, because I'm very much the same. I'm not a Capricorn, I'm a Gemini, so you can, make fun of me now that I'm a Gemini. I would never. But I definitely had many years where I was all about work. I still am. I pretend like I have this balance, but deep down I'm like, yeah, I'll go relax there so I can think more about content or think more about business. But I would say that it's also, it does get lonely sometimes, or you feel alone in a certain way, because what you were trying to accomplish at that time, it's very hard to explain to someone.
Yeah.
Like you said, even you didn't even know what you really wanted to do. Things were just making you feel good and fulfilled, and you were chasing them in a way. So what was that phase in your life like for you? Kind of like, you know, working all the time and trying to prove yourself to yourself, but also maybe to your fam and to the people around you, trying to make a name for yourself. Like, how did you deal with that side?
I think that I definitely put more pressure on myself than other people. I don't think it's not that no one didn't expect anything from me. I just think that I already gave them that expectations like fulfilled, you know, like I feel like I already met their expectations. But for me, I have even higher things, right? Like even hitting 1 million on TikTok, it's like my next thing is like, okay, like I want to hit, you know, I want to get an Oscar. So for me, it's like, I need to be a little bit more grateful. Once again, this is still a work in progress, but I definitely feel like I need to have a little bit more gratitude with like the things that I actually did, because every time I did hit a marker, it always was, what's the next marker? Or like, it's not that good enough, or like, you know, I need to still do more. And so I don't know if I felt the pressure from other people. I just felt it within myself. And that was the hardest thing to overcome, and still I'm overcoming it. Yeah. But what I will say, something that someone told me at the steakhouse, like that really stuck to me, is I was a bar back, right? So like I would just like, you know, restock the fridges and try to buy time and stuff like that. But one of the guys who was a bartender there had a chat with me, and he was just saying something like along the lines of, even if it's not something that you want to do, you should always like strive for perfection, right? You should always strive to get better at anything that it is, even if you're not interested in it. And I think that that's such a good mentality, because if you half-ass like one thing and you just don't give a fuck about, right, then you kind of keep that same mentality with everything, right? You just try to half-ass everything. So he's like, when you come into the, you know, the job here to be a bar back, you should still try to somehow learn something every day. And like, since he said that, I was like, okay, let me learn about wines, and let me learn about like, you know, because you never know, right? Like you just never know when you're going to need that information. And I don't know, that really stuck with me. So I was like, even the shit that I don't care about, like there's a Japanese saying that I don't know what the fuck, I don't know how to say it in Japanese, but I'll give you the gist of it. And it's like, it's kind of like the samurai thing, where everything they do, they try to do with, you know, intention. And every movement they make is like silent. Like even when I like close a door, I don't fucking do this, but I want to, right? But even like when they close a door, it's like soft. Like it's not just like every move they make, every like step they take has intention behind it. And I wish I could be more like that, but I think even just striving for it is a good ideal, you know? I
think to do that, you have to be very like present.
Yeah.
Every second.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, there's that saying, you know, how you do one thing is how you do everything.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah.
And I was also reading something, this was a couple months ago, but it was like, this guy was talking about how he was like 80 years old and he's just so happy. Like he's the happiest guy in the world. And he's like, you know, I wake up in the morning and I start by just being so happy I'm breathing.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm making my bed, and I'm so happy that I'm making my bed.
I know.
And with a smile on my face, I'm making this bed.
It's hard.
You know, it's hard because especially nowadays with you know the life we live, the world we're in, we just check our phone right away. What are the numbers at?
I know.
What's it looking like?
I know.
What's this looking like? Shit, I got to pay for this. I got to pay for this. But I think now more than ever, especially people that are on their phones all the time, or it's their job. I think we have to be more present than ever. You know, I think it's harder than ever to do, right? Because you always have distractions going on. You're always thinking about other things. But yeah, I think what you learned at that steakhouse was key.
I know, who knows, right?
I think it was whoever told you that, shout out to him, because he was definitely ahead of his time, it seemed like. Truly, for real, right? Because then you see people, right? And you're like, you know, why is that guy so happy? Like, I feel like I have more than that person and they're happier than me. Well, again, it goes to being grateful. for everything you have, and you should be grateful because you've done so much already.
Thank you, brother.
In terms of what you achieved, right? And sometimes it just takes someone else telling you that.
Yeah.
Right? It's hard to tell yourself that. It's hard to just look in the mirror and say, well, you know what? I'm happy that I hit these numbers, and I'm happy I grew this much and built these relationships. Sometimes you need someone on the outside to say it to you.
That's true.
But yeah, I would say gratitude and being present. I think we all struggle with that.
I mean, social media is literally like comparing yourself to everybody, right? Like that's a tough one too, is like I try to put like little timers on my phone just not to be on it so much, right? But that really is all social media is you're comparing yourself to people on a daily basis and you don't even know it. It's so like subconscious, right?
Yep.
And to live actual life and to see like, especially when you see people like pass away and when you see like, you know, how fragile life is, it really is a wake up call to, you know, be like, damn, like if this was your last moment, like you were fucking stressing about TikTok following is insane.
Yeah.
It's so insane.
It's crazy.
And when you realize like how insignificant you are in the grand scheme of like, you know, the universe, it's like, man, and you're worrying about TikTok following is just wild.
There was a video I saw the other day. It was like this guy was going around street interview style. What would you rather have, $10 million or to wake up tomorrow morning?
It's true.
And the guy said, oh, obviously I'm going to wake up tomorrow morning. And he said, so your day is worth $10 million. 24 hours to you.
Yeah.
And I'm sure if he increased that number to 20 mil, he would have said the same thing.
It's priceless.
It's priceless, right? And I think I watched that. I was like, damn, man. I was like, and I was doing the same thing. I'm looking at my YouTube numbers. I'm like, you know, and then I watched this video. I'm like, oh my God.
I know, you feel like a piece of shit.
Right? I'm like, damn, bro. Like there's more to life, right? I think we get caught up, but.
So like, how do you practice that? Like, how do you?
I think for me, meditation helped a lot.
I know.
I used to meditate way more.
I know, me too.
It's a real thing. I'm sure if you did it, you know the power of it.
Yeah. I don't know. I could never like focus. I could never.
How long did you do it for? Like how
5 minutes? I don't know.
No, but I'm saying how long in did you do a year of it?
It was always on and off, but yeah, probably like a year.
I think you really got to like when I really started feeling the benefits of it was probably 6 months daily. I was doing it. That was during the pandemic. I just had nothing else to do. I'm like, might as well try this out. I was doing 10 minutes a morning.
Yeah.
And I kind of went away from it. Now I should get back to it. But that really helped, bro, because
I think everybody has their own meditation, right?
For sure.
Like for me, something I really like doing is just walking.
Of course. That's meditation.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Like I like just going outside, like and going for a walk like a dog, you know, like I feel like I need to get that fresh air.
Yeah.
And also just journaling.
Journaling is I was doing that side by side with meditation.
I feel so weak just journaling my thoughts in my diary, you know what I mean? Bro, but it's so good for you.
It makes you look at your thoughts.
Yeah.
Like you look at them.
I know.
They're on paper.
I know. And you realize how much you repeat yourself too. And just the constant thoughts that the same thing, like I'll read my journal entries and I'll be like, man, I can't stop talking about this one thing. That's usually work.
Yep.
But it's definitely a wake up call because you almost get tired of the same repeatable thoughts too, right?
Or you're like what I was doing too is writing down things also I was grateful for, because I was being very ungrateful for a long time.
Yeah.
Well, not purposely. You could go through life and you're like, you know, I should be grateful for all these things I have, and you end up writing them down and you're like, damn, like me writing those things down every morning, that really helped.
Yeah.
Because then you go through your whole day remembering what you just wrote down that morning. And it's sad that we have to do that to remember, but you know, we got to use these tools. I think also for me, travel, really like depends where you travel to, obviously, but I think travel just makes me realize how small I am in this world.
I know.
Right? Like, I think that's what it makes me feel, where it's like, look at where we are right now. Like we thought downtown Toronto is the world.
No, I know. I felt that way when I moved to LA for the first time.
For sure.
And just realizing how, like, you know, for one, just the population is so much bigger in LA. And then also just the film scene is just so much more beefed up in LA. And you realize that's like, man, our little small community in Toronto is like peanuts next to it, you know?
Did you ever feel like quitting what you were doing or stopping?
Never.
No, eh?
Never. Never. I think it was just always like a shift. Like at one time I wanted to make music. I wanted to just, it always was just like where in the creative space that I
Yes.
wanted to be. Like, I definitely looked into writing more. I definitely looked into directing more, acting more, but it always was like in that art space.
Okay.
Yeah, but never.
It's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Usually
I don't know. And that's the problem though. I feel like I don't know if that's a good or bad thing,
I think
but
it's good.
I feel like I just have no other personality besides that. Like what else? There's definitely other things I'm interested in. I like philosophy. I like history.
Okay.
I like, what else do I like? I like cooking, you know, but I just never liked it enough. Like those are hobbies, but as far as professions, like, nah.
Well, sometimes you kind of like go through life and you unlock different things you like, or something you liked 10 years ago. Now you like it even more, and you're like, okay, maybe now's the time.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about the content. We'll go back to that because you said you started the food a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
And what were you doing right before the food?
Skits.
Skits.
I did skits for a long time. I did skits from 2018 to 2023.
And you were like full time making money.
So once I quit the other YouTuber guy's video editing job, that was my last job, like officially, right?
Okay.
And from there, I just said, you know what? Like I'm figuring out how to make money from my skits, right? Because at that time, I maybe had like 100,000 followers. So it wasn't nothing. Like it was enough to make a full-time gig from. And so after I quit the job with him, me and my girlfriend Nadia moved to LA, and we were just like, fuck it, let's just see 6 months. Let's just see what we can do. And it was tough, man. Like we lived on Hollywood Boulevard, which sounds good. I want to make a show about this, but I can't tell you guys too much. But we were living on Hollywood Boulevard, and like at the time we were like, oh, it's Hollywood, like that's gonna be so nice. First day, a homeless girl shitting on the floor. The shit stayed there for like 3 months, eh?
Like, what, in front of your place? Like,
that was like a good 2-minute walk, but we always walked there to go to the LA Fitness, right?
like, oh, we gotta pass the shit
And
again.
that shit just stayed there. It just, no one ever grabbed it, you know? I always think about that. The shit's gone now. I revisited it, but the shit's gone now. But I just remember being like, oh, wow, this is not that glamorous. Like Nadia got like hit in the back by like a fucking metal rod from a homeless guy.
What?
Crackheads are different in LA too.
They are. We've
I
been
think
to
it's
LA
the
a few
heat.
times.
Like in the cold, the crackheads like
They wanna just
they freeze a little bit,
Yeah.
like kind of like a frog that's like, you know, frozen a little bit. They move slower, you know. But the heat there in LA, they go a little crazy.
So you quit your job here.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You're like,
that's
okay,
what I was talking about.
I'm going to LA.
Yeah.
First of all, big move to go there for 6 months.
Yeah.
Like, you know, was it just the scene there in terms of content that inspired you to go there? Was it like, okay, that's where shit's popping right now?
My dad's from California.
Okay.
The goal always, like in my whole life, was to go to LA. And I just didn't want to live my life with regrets. And I just wanted to say, okay, like if with anything I do, kind of like when I was quitting my job, I was like, worst case scenario, my worst case scenario is still somebody's best case scenario, right? Like my worst case scenario is going back to Toronto, getting another job and just living in Toronto, which is definitely not like that shit, at least for me. Like I would, it's not horrible.
Yeah.
So for me to go to LA, and if things don't work out, it's like, okay, cool, we'll come back to Toronto. It's not that serious, right? But I need to know. I didn't want to like go my whole life and be like, damn, what if? Like that's a big thing for me. I don't want to ever question if like I didn't try my hardest, right? I always want to feel like, okay, I gave it my all, and if it didn't happen, then it just wasn't in the cards for me. But you can never say that I didn't try, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, we went to LA.
Did you have a plan when you went there? Like, you're okay, like this is how we're gonna make videos, or this is who we're gonna connect with? Did you plan it at all?
I mean, the goal was just to make skits every day.
Okay.
It was to try to find like collabs, connects, and stuff. Just kind of build our own kind of similar community like we were doing in Toronto, in LA. And I don't know if we really did the first month, the first trip, because we did it twice.
Okay.
I don't think we really got our full use out of the LA trip. It definitely was like eye-opening as far as things to do.
Okay.
But we definitely could have gone harder with like the collabs and finding people to connect with. I think that it was just like, it was a dark time, like in LA the first time around. Like my girlfriend got her laptop stolen. Our place was smaller than this room.
Wow.
There was black mold. There was leaks like on on New Year's in LA. There was a really bad storm, and so me and Nadia went out to like celebrate New Year's, and we're like, okay, let's go home, let's pop a bottle and like, you know, watch it on our TV, right? And we go back to our room, and the rain was so bad, our ceiling flooded, and our whole ground was like this much water.
Stop.
And I'm like, damn, this is crazy. Like, we are being tested today.
My God.
Like, we are being tested. So like, there was definitely a lot of like down moments, but from there, the last month is when we got our Snapchat, you know, launched. And so that kind of changed our lives. Like, we were like maybe $15,000 in debt. Okay. Like, I was just putting it on the credit card, like, fuck it. And then we were finally able to pay off everything.
Wow.
Yeah. But it was only that last month that things actually like turned around.
So the Snapchat channel starts.
Yeah. And from there, we were able to, you know, sustain ourselves just through Snapchat. And then now we were able to take that money and invest it into the shit we want to do.
Of course.
But we were doing like small brand deals back then. Like, we did it for like a car freshener and like Tesla rentals and stuff like that. Like, we definitely found our odd jobs.
Well, I was going to ask you, how are you making money up until Snapchat, like even through skits, you know?
Yeah. I mean, there was
just kind of attach a brand to it in a way.
Emails every day.
Yeah.
Every day we were emailing any brand that we thought would work for a skit. And obviously Nadia's a musician. She sings. So she was making music out there. For me, it was just a lot of emailing, a lot of like pay cuts. Like, I'll do this for $500. I'll do this for like fucking $300. And so the goal was like, the rent wasn't too expensive. I think it was like, because it was literally the size of like a shoebox. It was like $1,700. Yeah. So I mean,
which is still a lot for a place like that. With the
it was crazy.
It's LA.
Yeah, it was, and that's US. So
that's like $2,500 or something.
Yeah. But I mean, we were getting paid in US, which was nice. But I think also because I was doing the YouTube job for the other guy, I think I had 10,000 saved up. So I knew that like we were good for 3 months. So I had 3 months to make the next 3 months of rent, right? Yeah. And I mean, we figured it out, man. Once again, I mean, we didn't really, because we walked out with debt, but we did figure it out in the end.
Made it out alive.
Yeah. I mean, we thrived after that. But
what did you learn during those moments? Because like, I feel like we could learn so much when it's like, you know, I've 2 more months to make this money to pay this rent. Like, that kind of pressure, I feel like people learn so much. Did you learn anything about yourself or just about business in general?
I think it was when you go through experiences like that, you still realize it's not that bad. Like, you know, like, I feel like I'm very good at taking shit. Like,
you don't like panic
I definitely had like panics, but we always figured it out in the end. Like, you have to like really trust the process and trust yourself to like get out of that situation. Like, a lot of these like big CEOs or like billionaires, I feel as if their whole mentality is to take risks, right? Constantly. And I think that I really just need to develop that risk threshold of, okay, like, I did that for 6 months. I figured it out. Yeah. And you only get stronger from it, because the worst case scenario was like our place flooding, and it's like, okay, we still figured it out. You know, we still made something happen from that. Yeah. And I think when you have that trust in yourself and you have that like mentality of like, no matter what, you're going to figure it out, you kind of have this, like confidence in yourself to just take more of those risks and keep elevating, right?
I agree. I think taking risk is a muscle almost.
Yeah, it is.
That like the more you work it, the stronger it gets. And you see people that maybe they don't take many risks, and that first one they take when they're like 40 years old is a huge deal. And they're like, oh shit, like I don't take risks. Yeah. You know, but if you start, you know, earlier in your career, and I'm not saying now, you know, go blow $100K on something you'll die trying to pay back. But you have to take some risks to build that confidence, like you're saying. Yeah, right?
I think there's like there's once again another quote that I'm gonna butcher, but it's like something about like comfortability is like the killer of men, right? Like, if you're too comfortable, then I don't see that as like a virtue, you know? Like, I definitely think you should be calm, but in a sense, I do feel like if you're comfortable, you're probably not growing, right? Like, even when it comes to like the gym, It's like if you're going to the gym working out and you're not coming back sore, or you're not feeling like it was a challenge, then you're probably not working out hard enough. And I feel the same in like my career. It's like, if I'm not feeling somewhat scared of this next project, then I'm probably not making the project for me, you know?
Yeah, I agree. So I'm feeling like this LA trip was like a huge growth moment.
100%.
In your career, in your journey.
100%.
So, okay, so you get the Snapchat channel. You're like, finally, got some consistent funds coming in. And now how are you guys changing, I guess, the way that you're moving with the content now, investing in yourselves? Does that change at all?
Yeah, so like at that point now, just having that comfortability of knowing that, okay, our rent's good, you know, our next meal is good. It was allowing me to just really zone in on the skits, right? And like, we still had a job, which is working for Snapchat essentially, right? But it still felt like it was on our time. So we were able to really like I just don't like I don't like the control of my life being in other people's hands. And like, even if I fuck up, at least it was my fuck up. I just don't want other people to, you know, decide if I'm done today or not. And so the idea of like, okay, we could just make more episodes on Snapchat. We could just, you know, make the episodes better, increase the quality. So like, knowing that I had control in there was very like calming for me. And then once again, I was just able to really control now how much skits I put out. It's like, okay, let's put out a skit every day. And then from there, I did a barber series, which is like the thing that kind of took me to that next level was like when your relationship with your barber. I
was watching.
You know what I mean?
They're hilarious.
And so that helped me get from like 100,000 to like 200,000.
This is on Instagram.
Yeah, okay. Instagram, TikTok as well.
Okay.
And so that helped a lot grow the platform like significantly for that time. And I think at that time, what the barber series taught me is actually series in general and just the power of consistent content. Because I was so against making sequels to videos, right?
Wow.
Every time I made a skit, I was like, okay, that's it. Like, let's move on to the next one.
Wow.
And I was like, okay, I'm definitely not learning from my mistakes. I was like, if people like the barber content and they want to keep seeing it, I think I made like 20 fucking episodes of this barber series. And so that actually helped a lot. Definitely gained like 150,000 from
those 20 videos.
Yeah.
Wow.
People love the barber shit, man.
It's crazy because you would think with all the different skits you were doing too, you would, and again, this is how I would look at it now, I guess in hindsight, I would be like, okay, well, if that one worked, maybe we just tweak it a bit.
It takes me a long time to learn these lessons, bro. Now I feel like I know. And that same mentality I took with the barber series is the same mentality I have with the 1-star content, right? It's like it worked. And then it's like, let's keep, you know, repurposing it in a sense.
So the 1-star content.
Yeah.
How
yeah.
I want to say why.
Yeah.
But I'm also going to say, how did that come to be? So you said about a year and a half ago, you start with it.
Yeah.
And what are you thinking at that point? Why change it anyways? Like, why start that series?
You know what it was is when I was making those skits, I felt like people didn't actually like know me as a person.
Okay.
And I felt like I was relying too much on like me, like the characters I play, and not me as a person. And I feel like I'm pretty good at seeing like the, you know, the landscape of what social media is at the time. And once again, like we were saying earlier, social media is more authentic. It's more about the people than the skits. And I started to feel like the skits was maybe becoming a little bit outdated.
Okay.
And I wanted to explore things where I was able to make videos, but I'm not playing a character. I'm just being myself, right?
Yeah.
And so we actually didn't even decide that 1-star was going to be the content. We just tested out a bunch of different things. Like I would just go to like the first ever McDonald's and do like a little vlog of like me going to the first ever McDonald's, or me trying Erewhon water, or just like random like real TikTok content of just me talking to the camera doing stuff, right? Okay. And when we did the 1-star content, the video hit already like in the first time. And then that was me just saying, okay, let me learn from my past mistakes of not making sequels and just do this. Okay. And I told my friend Matt at the time, who was, he still helps me to this day. Shout out Matt. But at that time I was like, oh, like, let's just do it until people are tired of it. Okay. And I'm surprised people are not fucking tired of it. I'm tired of it, bro.
Well, I'm gonna ask you about that for sure. So, what was the first one you did?
It was a place in Hamilton.
And what were you reviewing?
It wasn't even bad. It was a Chinese place. It wasn't even bad. It was like a Chinese spot.
Yeah.
Damn, what was the name of it?
Just Chinese food.
Yeah, it was just Chinese food in Hamilton, but it was a 1-star. So it's like, isn't that bad?
So you do that first one.
Yeah.
That does well.
It got like 1 million, 2 million views or something. Damn. And I was like, damn. So like on TikTok, like the barber series was hitting 1 mil.
Yeah.
But for this to hit 1 mil for something where I'm not playing a character, I was like, oh, bet. Like this is very easy for me to keep reproducing just because I don't have to script it. I just have to go to the place and try it.
Of course.
So I was like, okay, let's just keep doing it until people are tired of it.
Was there something that you learned? I'm sure there was many things you learned up until that point about even the editing style, because I love the way that yours are edited as well. I think they're super engaging.
Thank you.
What did you learn from all the skits that now you're bringing into the 1-star in terms of the editing style and even watch time and all that stuff? Because it all matters, and I'm sure you're looking at all those numbers.
Well, the 1-star content wasn't the first time I've done 1-star content, because I did the same video on YouTube where I went to 1-star restaurants in Toronto. And so because that video did well on YouTube, I was like, let's test it and just make it specifically for TikTok. So we took that same style that we did on YouTube and we just brought it over to TikTok, right? And I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and like I'm not gonna take credit. Like people were doing 1-star content way before me. People were going to 1-star hotels, 1-star restaurants. Like I don't know if anything's original anymore.
At this point, it's hard, yeah.
So I definitely wouldn't take credit, but what I will say is I didn't see people making on TikTok. Like it was already very much a thing on YouTube.
Okay.
And I was like, people aren't really making this type of content on TikTok or just short form videos of it.
Yeah.
And obviously you had Keith Lee and all these other people who are going to good places. And I was like, I'm going to be evil Keith Lee.
That's crazy.
And he helps businesses and I destroy them. But I don't actually think that, I don't think that I destroy the businesses. Because a lot of people are just extra. If anything, I feel like I give them a second chance.
True.
And redemption, because a lot of them are really not that bad. Some of them are bad. Some of them are
I'm watching
bad.
some of your videos. I'm like,
some of them are bad. But a lot of them also aren't that bad. And people are just being fucking haters. And, it's like, this is the honest review. And I'll be honest. So
yeah. You're like, okay, this is the only piece of content I'm doing from now on.
Yeah, I mean,
if you go to the page now, it's just that. It's just that.
Food.
It's all food and the reviews, right?
Yeah, I mean, we said fuck it. Like I said, we're gonna keep testing this until people get tired of it. So we made like 8 1-star content
right off the bat,
and everyone was hitting 1 mil or whatever high number, like 800,000. Like it was enough of a signal for me to say, okay, let's just keep doing this. It was only until later I was like, okay, let's still do food, but let's try to like change it somewhat, because I can't keep doing 1-stars just purely because there's not enough businesses out there, right? That's why I started traveling, because I was like, I need to find more.
And how are you finding them? The ones like you were
Yelp.
You were just
Google,
on Yelp, like
Reddit.
What's the worst food in
the
like
country? You just go to Yelp and you just type in worst restaurant, and then you just go for 30 pages and you just keep looking at reviews, or you just ask people on Reddit, where's the worst restaurant? Then you just do your research to see if it's actually bad, and then you go for it.
Bro, like, and you're thinking at that point, okay, maybe I'm not gonna be boxed in this forever.
Yeah. That's how I'm feeling right now, to be honest. Yeah.
And I've noticed you've done some different.
Yeah.
You've done some collabs as well where you're not eating bad food.
Yeah.
Just collaborating, eating.
Yeah.
Still about food. Was there ever an experience like, well, I'm watching your videos and I'm like, does this guy not get like food poisoning?
Yeah.
Or like, does he not get sick? Does he not have an ambulance outside his car like waiting? Like,
I know.
You were never worried about any of that.
No, I think I hate myself. I don't know, man. Like, it's insane. And I'll say this for the first time ever. I got food poisoning like a week and a half ago.
Really?
First time food poisoning. I know. You want to know what's crazy? It wasn't even from a 1-star restaurant. I think it was my own cooking.
Stop.
That gave me food poisoning. Yeah. So this whole time I've been talking so much shit about other restaurants, but I cook like shit.
Your
I'm the 1-star restaurant.
You are the 1-star restaurant.
I don't like. It was so bad, dude. Like, I threw up so many times that day, and like, it was that made me be like, oh, now I'm scared to go to 1-star restaurants because now I know what it's like to get food poisoning.
So, like, bro, you're telling me how many 1-stars did you do?
100, more than 100.
And you never got sick?
My stomach is just in constant pain, but not sick. You know, like my stomach is literally always in pain. Like I just did a video where I'm editing it right now, but every day I'm trying a different Facebook Marketplace food.
Okay.
And
That's hilarious.
And it's just every day my stomach is just, I just got a constant stomach ache. Yeah.
Like, you ever go to your doctor and you do
No,
your
I
blood
don't
work?
believe I don't doctors.
No, you don't believe none of that?
No, you should go to your doctor, but no, I don't. I don't know. It's just.
I mean, you're good. You look nice and healthy right now. Like you're good.
No, I don't do it.
You've probably been just like strengthening your fucking intestines.
Yeah,
and shit.
maybe.
Like,
you know what's the worst one is the worst thing for me actually isn't the 1-star videos. It's the spicy food. Spicy food is the one I look least forward to. 1-stars I would take any day over the spicy food.
Really?
Any day, bro. Like, I did the world's hottest curry, the world's hottest chicken strip. My day is ruined. Like, for the rest of the day, my night is destroyed.
What's the rest of your day look like over there? Like after you
literally after I did the hottest curry, like I was just in a fetal position in my bed all night. And then you want to talk about the aftermath? Yeah. It's burning going in, burning going out. Just burns.
Damn.
Yeah. Cheeks just disintegrated.
You're
horrible.
You're really an example of sacrificing your body.
No, I think I'm like an example of like humiliation ritual, you know? Like, don't take me as an example because this is just desperation. It must be for views, you know? Like, this is why I told you. I said I was an attention whore, right?
Yeah, facts. I mean,
you know, and this is like, I'm like a clown, like a little like circus freak.
And how often, when you say you did 100 of them or more?
Oh, the 1-stars, yeah.
How often were you doing them?
I go to a different city and that's all I do.
Like once a week? Or like you go and then do like 4 or 5 of them?
So now like I do, like I'll go to the city and I'll film like a whole month's worth of videos. So I'll go for 4 days and I'll film 12 videos. Okay. So it's really bad because it's like back-to-back 1-stars. I never enjoy my trips.
I was gonna say how
you were talking about like traveling and enjoying. I was like, man, I can't relate. I was like, it's never like that.
So you're saying you're doing like what you're traveling? You're doing like 1 a day?
Oh, more. Like 5.
5 a day.
5.
And then what? Are you even eating normal food at that point?
I'm just not hungry.
You're just not hungry at that point.
No, I have a really bad relationship with food. It's not okay. This is not good. I'm not telling you. Yeah, it's not okay.
Damn, bro.
Yeah.
And are you like? How are you? If you know you're about to eat something like fucked up, for example.
Yeah.
Is there anything you're doing to like prep for that, or you're just like?
No.
You're like, I'm done. Like it is what it is.
No, it is what it is. I just don't eat. And I just have like energy drinks and my stomach, I told you, my stomach's in constant pain. It's not good. The only thing I started doing is for the spicy food, I'll drink like a lot of milk.
Well, that helps.
Yeah. Just before to coat that stomach.
Oh, before as well.
Yeah. You want to coat that stomach. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. But I don't like doing the spicy food. It's not good.
But they hit as well, obviously, when you do the spicy.
Yeah, I know. I think people really like to see me in pain. Yeah. People don't like to see me enjoy shit. Like, I started doing, like, good food, and people will literally comment, like, go back to the 1-stars.
Of course. They want to see you, like, they love negative reaction in a way,
people
too.
just want to see me, like, cry and moan and just, like...
What was, out of all the 100 plus, what was the one that really sticks out for you that was the worst? I know you have a video that did over 20 million on TikTok.
Yeah.
I think it was the fermented...
Yeah, surströmming. Horrible.
I never even heard like the things I'm watching you eat. I never even heard of before.
I know.
Is there one that sticks out where you're like that was bad? That was life changing.
So there's 2 different styles, right? There's the worst rated dishes, and then there's the 1-star content.
Okay.
So for 1-star content, it probably is. The craziest experience I had was going to like a restaurant in Hamilton. It was a shawarma place, and the guy was sharpening knives in the front. And then after that video got posted, he just would not stop berating me with messages, like talking about how he's going to fine me and how he's going to like, you know, deal with me. You know what I'm saying? Well, he was already sharpening the knives, right?
He was getting ready for you.
Yeah, exactly. So that one was probably the craziest experience. Worst food, probably the buffets that I go to. The buffets are pretty bad. Like I've had like the place I went to in San Francisco was pretty bad.
What was bad though?
The fish was pretty like rotten, and like the crawfish was like gray, and the pizza was hard, and like everything was dripping, just soaking wet, like gripping and farting, you know?
Oh my God.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
And do like the owners of these places see you in there?
Yeah.
Like they know you're doing a video?
I don't know if they know I'm doing a video. I'm very discreet with it.
Okay.
Yeah. So like I just kind of set up my phone for the buffets and just pretend like I'm watching a video and then film it.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So it's very low key.
Talk about the fermented one. The one.
Oh yeah.
Because I don't even know how you came to be with that thing. Like.
Yeah. So like worst rated dishes that I've tried.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably the surströmming is the worst.
What is that?
It's a fillet of fish, and it's fermented for like a long time. So it kind of tastes like rotten fish with like a salty rotten fish, like garbage. And you really got to open that can. Like as soon as you open the can, it just bursts with smells, right? Like I did it in Mexico. And as soon as I opened the can, a bunch of flies swarmed the can. And I was like, that's when you know it's good. And then you got to get all that good juice in there, like all that good fermented fish juice. And you got to really just like really just suck on it and just get all that good flavor.
See, that's when I know you're crazy. When you're like, yo, all the flies come in. I knew it was good.
I know it's a banger.
I knew this was a banger waiting to happen.
And then other than that, the worst rated dish besides surströmming, I think the craziest one for me to wrap my head around was the tarantula in Mexico City. That was pretty crazy.
You ate it?
Yeah. Yeah, I know. It was a meat market. I don't know if any of it was legal.
That's a dish to begin with? Like that's a...
Yeah. I think it's a Cambodian thing.
So you ate a tarantula?
Yeah, and I watched him. Like I got to pick out which one I wanted.
It was alive first?
Oh, yeah. I watched him. And you know what's crazy? It was the guy's first day. So like he didn't know how to do it himself. And so he was struggling, like, you know, dispatching the tarantula. And then you have to, like, burn the hair off the tarantula as well. Because, like, you know, you don't want that, of course, right? Yeah. You want to enjoy your meal.
Of
right?
course. Yeah. No hair on my spider.
Yeah.
Please.
And then you obviously have to get rid of that poison sac and all that stuff. And he just wasn't experienced at doing it. He had a lot of trouble. And, yeah, it didn't taste good. It actually didn't taste horrible. There's a lot of juice in there.
Oh my God.
But it was just crazy to like.
How are they cooking that? Like, what do they do? Like,
he just deep fried it, you know, simple stuff. Yeah. Deep fried tarantula.
Bro,
yeah. On. So that was the craziest mental one. But as far as like taste, it was surströmming. And I almost feel like I got to look at what else I fucking did, man.
You've done so many, dude.
I've done too many to like remember.
Was there any that you did where you thought it was going to be bad? And you're like, you know what? That's actually.
All the time.
That's actually not that bad.
I did, what's the egg? Balut. Do you know balut?
No.
So balut is a duck egg. Okay. And the egg is still like a little bit more developed. So instead of like an egg yolk, it's like the duck.
It's like
inside.
A fetus.
Like a fetus, yeah. So you still got a little bit of hair in there and a little bit. And honestly, it wasn't that bad.
It like it tastes like chicken.
I don't think I'm not picky at all with food. That's what's crazy.
Well, yeah.
I'm the perfect. Yeah.
I got
yeah,
that.
I guess clearly, yeah. And like you put a little bit of like, you know, that vinegar sauce on it. It's pretty good. You just got to close your eyes, open your mouth. Hope
do you ever do the nose plug? Like you?
No. I want to get that.
You want to know what?
Yeah. You know what was really gross was the pickled pig snout as well. That one,
pickled pig snout.
Yeah, pickled pig snout sandwich. So like you get the pig snout and then you just pickle it and then it's just raw snout in your mouth. That was very nasty.
Does this make you like appreciate normal food more? Like when you just sit down and maybe have like a plate of pasta? No. You're like, this is not going to get views. What am I eating this for?
It's just, once again, there's such like a mental thing where it's just like everything. When I do eat food, it's just like all I do is eat food. So it doesn't even feel like amazing for me. You know, like it's just pain.
It's pain for me to watch.
Yeah, I know. It's not good.
I thought you were gonna come in here and be like, yo, I have this problem with me, I have this issue with my stomach, and I have this, but you're good.
No, I'm good. Yeah.
So you could keep going. You could do another 100 if you want.
I mean, we'll see. I'm gonna be done this year.
Oh, you're finishing this year?
We'll see. We'll see.
Until something comes along and you're like,
No. Like right now we're segueing to 1-star hotels, which is amazing.
Well, I
for
saw
me.
that.
Yeah, it's so great.
Which is jokes.
Yeah.
You don't have to like really hurt.
Put it in my mouth.
Put it in your body.
Yeah.
Unless you're like breathing something in
on
that's
your
fucked
skin.
up.
Yeah.
So how many of those have you done?
So I'm gonna do an America tour.
Sick.
So if you guys are watching the YouTube, I'm gonna go around America to the worst rated hotels. I'm not gonna say the cities just yet, but we've already done Detroit and San Francisco.
Okay.
And so now we're gonna go to different cities and just go to worst rated hotels.
Sick. That's a good pivot.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
And okay, but now on the business side, have you been able to monetize the ones? Like I'm looking at it like, okay, well, obviously the 1-star places are not gonna pay you to go.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like,
No.
So I'm like thinking monetization wise, how have you been able, or is it just a play where it's like I'm gonna grow my platforms?
Yeah, so that's what it was at first, right?
Okay.
Like we weren't getting brand deals at all. And then that's when we started segueing to different foods. Like we go to 5-star restaurants as well. I've done a lot of like Michelin star restaurants. Like
Sick.
we were able to eat in the Eiffel Tower. That was really cool. We did a Michelin star here in Toronto. I think it was Alouette.
Okay.
Yeah, we've tried a lot of good food as well. Okay. And I do love doing that content, of course.
The good food,
and so I think that's kind of opened the lane to be like, okay, I don't just do 1-star content. And I just think that like something I'm good at, once again, is just like being honest about it. Because there's a lot of shit that like these TikTokers really be like, oh, so fucking good. And sometimes I do that. But I'll be honest, I'm like, it's okay. Like, you know, it's all right. Like, I think a lot of the shit is just like for video, it looks really good on video. And then when you actually try it, it's very basic flavors.
True.
And I think that making that type of content also has done well. Mm-hmm. And so, yeah, I mean, some of my like highest viewed videos aren't even 1 stars. Like we did afang soup, and it's a Nigerian soup.
Okay.
And it actually was considered one of the worst rated African soups, but it was delicious. Like it wasn't even bad. And even that video got like 15 mil or something.
Damn.
And it's like, okay, cool. So I love the fact that I'm able to not completely stay boxed in on just like the 1-star content. And so from there, brand deals have been able to come through.
Because now you're doing the good stuff.
Now I'm not just the 1-star.
But I think you can then position yourself as kind of just like food and experience overall.
Yeah, exactly.
Where, okay, I've done the worst, but I've done the best. Right? I think you can.
I mean, both like in theory are the same. It's like, I'm going to go to a 1-star. Is it really that bad? I'm going to go to a 5-star. Is it really that good? Because both are just the same style, just giving your honest opinion on what it is, right?
Facts.
Yeah.
Damn. Do you know how much you've grown since starting the food stuff? Because you're at like over 1.2 on TikTok.
Yeah.
1.2 million followers, which is crazy. Congrats.
Thank you, brother.
Over 500K on Instagram. Do you know where you were at before starting the food? Like how much it helped you grow the following?
Yeah. I mean, I gained like 1 mil.
On TikTok?
On TikTok, yeah. Because I was at like 200,000 before.
Oh my God.
So it took me a little over a year to hit the 1 million goal. And then I hit that in September last year.
Wow.
And then Instagram, Instagram was a little longer.
Yeah.
Instagram's a little slower.
Yeah.
And that one took, to get to 500K, I think it took like the same amount of time. I was at like 100, I was at maybe like 150,000 before, and then I was able to get to 500,000. Like,
that's incredible.
Yeah. And then Facebook also, I was at 100,000 in the last like 6 months. I got to 400,000. Wow. But we have a whole different Facebook plan.
That's what I was going to ask you. Are you just, okay, so with TikTok and Instagram, you're just posting the same thing?
Yeah.
You take the video, you post it. Volume-wise, what are you doing? 1 a week?
For TikTok?
Yeah.
3.
3 a week.
Yeah. Damn. Yeah. We had a spurt where we were doing every day. Hated it.
Well, that's ideal, obviously. Yeah. You were probably exploding at that point.
Yeah, yeah.
And in now looking back, because again, I look at your content, I think it's really engaging the way that it's formatted and the structure of it. You know, for any creators watching right now, what would you consider are 3 things that really make your videos viral?
For me personally? What makes my videos viral? I mean, the idea is unique in the sense of like we keep talking about, is everybody on TikTok is so about going to the best places, and it's like I do the exact opposite. It's very much like anti-content in a sense, as far as like everybody's so positive and fake, and it's like I don't think I'm that fake in it. So I think that's one thing, is like finding your unique content and just going with that.
Okay.
Also, what makes my content viral, I mean, I do think that the series, in a sense, is what makes it viral. It's like you were able to establish a audience, and you were able to grow that audience just based from that initial base, people who liked it. And then it keeps growing because they keep sending to their friends. And then that outer circle becomes the new base, and they send to their friends, and then that outers, and it just keeps like compounding, right? Yeah. So I would say the unique content, the series, and the third thing I think is, damn, I don't want to sound like a douche.
No, do what you got to do, bro.
I think I'm entertaining. I think I'm a cool person.
Yeah.
You know, I think that your personality, I think I'm pretty good at like being, you know, organic on camera, you know, and I think that feeds a lot into it. But also, you know, some people might call it luck, as far as like, okay, this guy exploded in a year. But it's like I've been on camera since I was 9. So it doesn't really feel like, I don't feel like I get on camera and feel awkward or feel like unnatural.
Yeah.
And I think that helps a lot with it. I think that helps, like, between the series, between the original content, and just being like natural on camera is good. And I don't think you have to be extra like me. Like, I literally like cream my pants on camera, right? You don't have to do that, you know? I think just people have humans have a very good, you know, innate skill of, you know, seeing fakeness. And even when I'm fucking extra and I'm like moaning and I'm like, you know, coming live, you know, I think people know I'm fucking with them. Or even when I'm saying dumb shit, they know it's like me just being stupid. And I don't feel like people would necessarily say I'm like a fake person. Like, I don't think that, like us having our conversation right now, I don't feel like my personality is that different. I feel like I'm pretty the same.
No, you're just talking about different things. Yeah, of course.
And so I think people can tell that. Like, you ever watch someone where you're just like, man, I don't know what it is about this person, but I fucking hate them. And I think that there's just this fakeness of like, we can tell it's fake. And so, yeah, you don't have to be extra, but you definitely have to be yourself, or your organic, you know, personality.
And I think something that you've done throughout your journey, let's say, is you continue to adapt. Right? Like even at a point where you might feel like, shit, I'm getting kind of boxed in right now. Instead of just doubling down and staying in that box, you're like, no, it's okay if I try something new.
You have to.
Like, since I've followed you, I've kind of watched you do multiple formats of content. Right? Like, and you're just thriving in each one. You're learning something from each one, and you're deciding when to double down or when it's over and to start something new. I think a lot of creators can take from that.
Yeah, agreed. I think that, I mean, we were just talking about it. It's not just about content. It's just life. It's like comfort is killer, right? And so, like, that's a big thing just as far as a life goal, is just to not get too complacent, not get too, you know, you got to constantly be swimming. You got to constantly be moving. And the moment you're comfortable is probably the moment that things are going to slowly start to die, right? And especially with content, you want to always try to improve the video. You always want to try to find a way to make it more entertaining, or make it more, you know, even if it's just more consistent or more, you know, volume. So I think that, you know, to not always get so stuck in one piece of content is very strong. I think
for sure.
And I think that something that I'm grateful for is the fact that I'm able to make content where people actually like me for me. And now it kind of feels like I can do anything, and people, that's what I wanted to do last year.
Of course.
Is I wanted to not be just the barber skit guy, right? Like, I could still make barber skits, but now I feel like, you know, people just care to see me do something random, or just
like probably the most powerful place to be as a creator.
Because then it's like, okay, if I stream, maybe people want to see me play games, or, you know, check out my wiki feed.
Yeah.
It's WikiFeet / Bilal Dawson. Check it out. I don't know. Maybe go rate me a 5. Let's get that rating up there because my feet pictures are crazy. They're good. They're good content there.
Crazy.
Yeah.
We have to double down on that.
I mean, shit. Yeah.
I had Slam Dunk on too.
Yeah.
A couple months back. Great guy. And even him, he started off with like the very immigrant dad content.
Yeah.
And he realized like shit, like I feel I'm getting boxed in by this, where if I decided not to do it, then my views are down and people are saying like, oh, go back to doing the immigrant dad thing that you do. Like, shut up. We don't want to hear you. Right. And he changed his whole brand, took kind of like a step back, which I think that that's very powerful. You can't have an ego to do that for sure. Cause then you get too attached where you're like, well, what are people going to think now if I start doing food reviews all of a sudden, but I've been this guy doing skits, like it could get to someone for sure, right? Where I think that you surpassed those mental blocks, where it's like, you know what, I don't care.
Yeah,
like I'm gonna do this.
But once again, people are seeing things on the outside, right? Like my inner circle knows that I fought changing the content for a long time. Like it took me a long time to do anything different.
Really?
Yeah.
It took some convincing.
Yeah, it took a lot of convincing for me not to make skits anymore. Yeah. And so like once again on the outside it looks like I just changed it. And then I don't know, something snapped in me where I was like, man, like I don't like the weakness of me being so reliant on just one thing.
Yeah.
And so I definitely think you can't have an ego because it's not going to work every time. But you also have to have confidence in yourself to know that, like, you don't want to make every video just for your audience, right? Like, you don't want to make content that your audience wants to see. You want to make content that they don't know yet that they want to see, right? You want to make the content where they're like, damn, I never thought about this, but thank you for opening my eyes to something different, right? Because if you keep giving them what they want, they don't fucking know what they want.
It's true. And they get like, and it's such like, again, we're talking about what you do now with the food. And recently I've started doing food reviews too, because I'm just having a blast, right? I'm loving it. It's fun and I love to eat. Yeah. But there's also a million people that do it. Now, maybe there's the top 1% of the really good ones. But I think what you did is, like you said, you did something that people didn't even know they wanted to see yet. Yeah. Like I'm watching you eat the most disgusting things in the world, but I'm watching. Yeah. I'm sitting there. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna keep watching. I need to see his reaction now. I need to see what he rates. Factor, right? There's a shock factor to it. But I think personally, from what I'm taking, like a big thing from what you've done well is adapt. And change up and know when to make a change and be brave about it too. Right? Like you said, maybe in the back end there was convincing, but you got convinced. You did it.
I think that's a very core trait though with successful people is once again just that risk, right? It's that being able to double down on something else. And that doesn't mean that you got to constantly be switching. You got to know when to stick to something just the same. Like everything's about balance, right? So you do got to know, like, even if something doesn't work out the first time, because I've been making YouTube videos for, like, once again, since I was 9. Yeah, same channel. Crazy. Still haven't hit 100,000, but we're going to hit 100,000 in the next 2 months. Yeah, you will. And, I mean, just to be able to stick to that consistently, even if the first videos aren't hitting, you just got to keep tweaking them and keep, like, learning from those mistakes, right? But then in the same breath, even with the content, if you're doing it so consistently and it's not working, clearly you shouldn't keep doing the same thing. You might want to switch up the content. Facts. So yeah, I think that there is definitely balance. You got to stick to it for a while. Definitely don't drop the ball after the first couple tries. But I mean, yeah, if after like 6 months you're posting every day and every video is getting 100 views, you probably should switch it up.
You mentioned you're going to hit 100K.
I'm going to have that plaque right fucking there.
No problem.
I'm going to bring it into the studio just take next time. Yeah. I got to touch it. I've never touched it with my fingers. Touch it. Yeah, I'll touch it later.
Touch it. You could touch it later. Manifest something on the show. We asked our guests to manifest something.
Oh, I like that.
Something you want to come something you want to come to life in the next 5-10 years. Be as detailed as you can and as you want. You can look in the camera because I'm gonna come back to this app.
I love
clip
that.
it, post it, send it to you and say, remember you said this 5 years ago?
I love that. Okay, so I got a lot. So my phone screensaver right now is the gold YouTube button, it says Bilal Dawson 1 million subscribers, as you can see there. So in the next 5 years, I definitely will have 1 million on YouTube. Also, I think I'll have a show in 5 years. 5 years is a lot of time. I can tell you a lot of things in 5 years. So I'll definitely have a TV show. I'll be in a movie in 5 years. 1 million subscribers in 5 years. I mean, honestly, and then just have like a family. To be honest, I'd love to be out in LA. I'd love to have a family. I'd love to have that kind of next chapter of my life, as far as like, you know, feeling comfortable, not necessarily comfortable, but just kind of having that next chapter established. And I think that's it, man. Like, I think I'll have more than 1 mil. You know, I'll have like, you know, in 5 years. Yeah. I'll have more than 1 mil.
I'm going to clip this in like a year from now then.
And I won't be doing 1-star content in 5 years. It would really suck if I look back on this and I'm like, shit, I'm still doing it.
You might just be doing it for the fun of it at that point.
Yeah, I just got love for the game
right?
At this point, yeah.
I think all those things will.
Yeah, I would love to do a series where I start to like turn the 1 stars into 5 stars and actually like work with them of how they can improve. Yeah,
that's interesting.
Because I would love to do like another thing I would love in 5 years is to have a charity.
Okay.
And I would love to. I feel like I've done so much. I don't want to say that. I don't think I'm a negative person by any means, but I would love to be able to give back in a way, as far as like, you know, either turning these restaurants around or just in general, just giving something back to like the community in some way.
That would be really cool.
Yeah. So in 5 years, I'd like that.
So the 1 star, but you're helping them become a 5 star.
Because I mean, a lot of them, like, it's, once again, you could take the same philosophy we have for content with restaurants. It's like you're doing the same thing and you're expecting different results, you know, like you're doing the same thing as far as making the same meals, but people are clearly not liking them. You probably got to switch up the recipe.
True.
And a lot of these restaurants need to learn from their mistakes, like actually take the reviews into consideration, right? And actually try to improve that content. I think it'd be so funny if like creators had the same type of reviews, you know?
Oh, that'd be hilarious.
You know, 1-star reviews. Oh, I hate this guy's.
But I think even for the restaurants, like you've done over 100.
Yeah.
There's no better person to do it.
Yeah.
You know what to look for now. You know what makes them 1 star.
Yeah. You know? Yeah, it's true.
It's true. Okay, our final question. Does money buy happiness?
I don't think so. I think that money is... that's a big question. I mean, it definitely doesn't buy unhappiness. You know, I'm definitely not pissed having money. I definitely don't think you're super happy being super poor. I think that like there's a threshold to money, you know, like on the hierarchy of needs, you definitely need to have like your basic needs met. So for everybody, money does buy happiness, but the amount is different for everybody, right? True. For some people, it's $10,000, you know, or whatever, $10,000 a month. For someone else, it's $2,000 a month. So I do think the levels of money is different to buy happiness, but you can still have so much money and be so unhappy, right? So is it a direct correlation to happiness? Like the more money you have, the more happy you are? I don't think so.
Okay.
But I definitely think it's a helper, a big, big helper. Yeah.
So you think there's a level at which it can't make you happier?
Yeah, I mean, if you make, you know, $1 million and you're unhappy, right? I really find it hard that 10 million is going to make you happy. Fair. You know, I don't think always more results to, you know. Yeah.
Is there a number in your head where you can see it not helping past that?
I mean, I want to be a billionaire. But once again, I don't want to be a billionaire because I need $1 billion. Yeah. I want to be a billionaire purely just to say I did it. You know, I just want to walk out of this life and feel like I gave it my all. But I mean, do I need $1 billion to be happy? Definitely not. Yeah. No.
Oh, you can still get it though.
I'll still get it just for the plot, you know. I'll get it for the plot,
bro. I'll get $1 billion for the plot.
I think my biggest joy though would be to have $1 billion and like make something from it. Like I would like to build schools or build like
it's the impact and what you can do with it. You know, when I think of $1 billion, it's like, yeah, if you have $1 billion, and you find a way to give away half of it to people who need it, 500 mil. Okay.
I agree.
That's more of a purpose.
I just think that like to be able to impact people's lives is such like a fulfilling thing for me personally. Like that's why like even with the 1-star content, I would love to find a way to like better the restaurants or just go to like struggling restaurants and make them, you know, get more customers there. Like I would love to have that kind of impact to like change somebody's lives. Like that's way more powerful than money. Yeah. In my opinion.
I think that should be one of your next plays for sure. Is like helping the restaurants.
I know it's just so hard to fit in like a 2-minute video.
Obviously.
But we'll figure it out.
Bilal, I appreciate your time, bro.
I appreciate it.
I'm going to give you my doctor's number after this.
We got
to do your blood work. We got to do everything.
They're going to be doing like experiments on my body when I pass.
Your body's going to be studied, bro.
Yeah. 100%. Something's in this stomach lining that like they're going to make a pill from this
100%,
shit.
100%.
100%.
Appreciate your time, man.
Of course, brother. Thank you, man.
Bro.